if you were to look back, say at the end of your reign, which will be fruitful, long and prosperous and impactful, what would you like people to say about you as a king? So when they reflect on your reign, what would you like people to say about you?
That's a very good question. I think, and this is something I've known, and even at work, they know me very well for it. I always like to leave a track. I mean, I always like a situation whereby maybe I could be identified with something, say, oh, during the time Akim was the one that did this design.
Ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí ní gbogbo ibikíbi tẹ́ bá ti láǹfààní láti máa wo ìkànnì yìí. Tó bá yẹ pé ìgbà àkọ́kọ́ yín rèé tẹ́ máa darapọ̀ mọ́ ìkànnì yìí, ìkànnì Lovers Arena TV nìkànnì tí ẹ já sí yìí. Mo rọ̀ ọ́ bá mi subscribe sí ìwé ẹgbẹ́ rẹ ń ọ̀rẹ́ máa gbé kan níbẹ̀ táwọn olóògbé máa pè ní notification bell. Bá mi tẹ̀ tó bá ti tẹ̀ tán yóò gbọ́ option mẹ́ta kan wá, èyí tí ń bẹ lókè ohun tí ń ṣe option A, Li àti Li táwọn olóògbé máa pè ní option all. Ó ní kó bá mi tẹ̀ tó bá ti tẹ̀ tán yọ̀ǹda rẹ̀ láìkì fídíò tó ń wò lọ́wọ́.
It is an absolute delight and a wonderful pleasure to be seated here today with none other than the 46th king, Alaafin of the Oyo Empire, Oba Abimbola Owoade the First. Good evening, sir. It is a pleasure to have you here with us today. We're here today to get some insight. We know that it is an occasion of such joy and pleasure for you to have been crowned king, especially with having competition and not knowing what the outcome would have been. So today we just want to get some insight into how your journey has been so far leading up to this point. Can you please tell us about your journey leading up to this moment? So what experiences have you had that have prepared you to take on this role of leadership of the Oyo Empire?
Oh yeah, thank you very much. Just like you mentioned, I am Royal Majesty Oba Alaafin of Oyo, the 46th king of Oyo Empire. I started off my primary school at Christ Mission Primary School. That was in Shaki in Oyo State. So after completion of that, I went on to doing my secondary school education at Baptist High School. I completed that in 1992. And with that, I did science as some of my prerequisites because I have a lot of interest in engineering. So with that, I went for my national diploma in mechanical engineering at Ilaro Poly. I was there for 2 years. So after completion of the diploma, I went for my HND in Ibadan Poly. So where I obtained a higher national diploma. So I didn't stop there. So I proceeded to do my first degree at the University of Sunderland in England. So after completion of that, so I'm a kind of person that I'm a go-getter, and I try as much as possible that whatever I'm doing, I want to make sure that I have the best of it. So I never stopped there. So I went on to doing a master's in mechanical engineering at Northumbria University. So after the completion of that, I worked couple of years for oil and gas company as a planning engineer. So with some of this experience, I've gained a lot of that has made me to have some developmental skills and leadership skills. So with that, I never stopped there because I'm a kind of person that I like to explore. So after some years, I decided to relocate to Canada, where I got certified in project management. And so after getting certified, so I got a job with one of the largest utility service company called Manitoba Hydro. So I've been working there for a couple of years now. That in a way strengthened my experience and how to deal with people because it's a big organization. So there I learn how to coordinate and collaborate very well with people. And then not only that, I've been working there, that improved my conflict resolution skills. So with that in place, I believe with some of this experience and long length of education in engineering, so I believe that prepared me for the post of Alaafin of Oyo. And here I am today. I am Alaafin for Oyo.
That is wonderful. I would definitely say it's been a journey of growth, resilience, and community development as well. So I would like for you to briefly walk us through the moment where you were declared the 46th king. How did you feel at that very point in time? What was the first thought that came to your mind and the feeling that came with that thought?
I'm not gonna lie to you. The very day I had that my name was announced, so in a way I was kind of wow. The first thing that raised to my mind was that get ready to go to Nigeria. So yeah, and this is an opportunity I've been looking forward to, seeing happening. And yeah, I think I'm very happy. And I believe it is time to go back home and showcase what I've learned, going back to my educational background and with some of the experience I've gained in my life. So I believe it's time for me to go back and help them to solving the problem.
All right. And speaking of background and experiences, what lesson from your family and upbringing would you say guide you as you prepare to lead us?
One of the things that I learned, and I would say that I will maybe I will always like to use to advise the upcoming maybe youth as well is that whatever really you are doing, you have to make sure you do it right, and you try to make sure that you avoid anything that would maybe bastardize your name because you don't know where you're gonna be. So I think I was raised in a very good environment, and there's a popular saying that Tori Bugun Tabanshil is not because of today, it's because of tomorrow. So I think it's a watchword for, that I would declare to maybe youth and people who possibly maybe who are aspiring to maybe take up maybe a leadership position in the future or maybe, yeah. So, yeah, I think so.
All right. And then what are some of your key priorities for the Oyo Empire once you are coronated?
The moment I get coronated, I have a number of agenda that I've put together. There's no doubt about the fact that my predecessor, which is Kuba Bayeye Alaafin Adeyemi, there's no doubt about the fact that he has done very well in terms of culture and tradition, being his successor. So the plan is trying to maybe give it a push and lift it up from where you left it off. So yeah, I think that's one of my agenda as in so during that time, you'll be looking at a way to promoting our tradition, like getting involved in, organizing events like Shogo Day, Shogo Day, Oromio Day, and others. So that is one of my agendas. Another thing which I'm looking at and doing is we have a lot of individuals who have contributed meaningfully to the development of Oyo. So not only just the living ones, we have to talk about maybe the dead ones as well. So in that respect, I'm planning to try to like maybe try to create a kind of maybe giving them a kind of a award, just to like make sure that they are, just to show a kind of a recognition to them, just to let them know that yeah, we recognize them, but while they are alive and after their death. So not only that, having looked at the youth of nowadays, I can really see that there are a lot of people who don't have skills, enough skills to do the job or to pick up the necessary job. So part of my agenda is to have a vocational training or get a vocational training across to them. So that could maybe making them hairstylists and some other, some other trades like that. So with that, I believe that that will get some of our youths out of the street. So, and it will create a kind of empowerment, and it will create jobs for them. So not only that, for some of the skilled people, like graduates who completed their maybe a degree or HND, higher national diploma, and they are looking for job. So I've thought of an idea of maybe trying to get maybe some training, like cybersecurity training to them, so that trying to train them so that they'll be cybersecurity inclined. So with that, I believe that that would get them more, to be marketable. So, and by so doing, they don't have to travel abroad. They don't have to travel abroad. All they have to do is just like maybe in the corner of their room, they can work. And, they can communicate and do collaborate and do the job all over the world. So that is one area I'm looking at, helping and solving the employment problem in Oyo Empire and in Yoruba land, as I would like to say. So, and apart from that, I realized that several 100 years ago, there are a lot of artifacts, jewelries, valuables being taken away or being carted away by some of the British people. So, for instance, there's a war called Pepper War. So the Pepper War happened in 1895 in Oyo, whereby we have some of the British people, they came around and they carted away with they carted away with gold, about 16 gold-plated crowns. So in a way, I would work with some of the necessary stakeholders to see if maybe some of those valuables could be repatriated, or maybe, we can get them back. And if in a way we can get them back, we should be expecting them to maybe get some compensation from them. So that is another plan I have for you. Another thing I'm looking at, maybe another area I'm looking at, maybe trying to look at is, there are a lot of people, there are some situation whereby people lose their loved ones. I'm talking about the widows and the widowers. So in that situation, we'll be looking at a way to like maybe finding a way to empower them, getting them empowered, so that in a way they can maybe get involved in this, maybe in a small business, so that at least they can live a meaningful life, and they'll be fine. I've been talking with a lot of international bodies, and one of them is International Hope. I've talked to them, and they've made me understand that they are ready to give necessary help in that respect. So I'll be getting some hospital equipment from them, so which I will be taking to, bringing to Oyo Empire. To improve the health facilities in Oyo and its environs. Thank you very much.
Amazing. So definitely sounds like you have a full plan and a trajectory of how you'd like to progress, especially with starting your reign. Sounds like you have a plan for the widows, the youths, orphans, widowers, and people that need some sort of support. That is a wonderful plan that you have there.
Thank you very much.
All right. So my next question now would be, is there a particular quote or a saying that you live by on a day-to-day basis?
There's a popular saying that service to humanity is the best work of life. So with that, I believe in serving humanity. So in that regard, so that's one of the reasons why I decided to say, okay, I want to go back home with all the experience and the length of education that I've gathered abroad, and I want to be back home to help my people in boosting the health facilities, and maybe in terms of the employment side of it. So yeah.
Wonderful. All right. And the last question I have here for you, sir, if you were to look back, say at the end of your reign, which will be fruitful, long and prosperous and impactful, what would you like people to say about you as a king? So when they reflect on your reign, what would you like people to say about you?
That's a very good question. I think, and this is something I've known, and even at work, they know me very well for it. I always like to leave a track. I always like a situation whereby maybe I could be identified with something, say, oh, during the time Akim was the one that did this design, being an engineer. Akim did this, he developed maybe a particular software, or maybe, So that's one thing I like. I like to leave a kind of a legacy behind, so that maybe some several years down the lane, I will always like a situation whereby maybe, people will have something to point to and say, it was during his time that he developed the health facilities, and again, I would like my name to be inscribed in a lot of things, to say yes, he did this during his time.
All right. So His Royal Majesty definitely wants to leave a footprint, a good legacy, with an impactful reign for the people of Oyo. All right. So do you have anything that you would like to tell the people of Oyo that they can look forward to during your reign? Do you have a message for the people of Oyo?
My message for people of Oyo is that there's a popular saying that Agbajowa Alaafin Soya. As in, if you want to get something done, it's not all about maybe you alone. You need a kind of support of the people. So I believe that having their support, I'll be able to deliver some of the goals I have, and some of the things I think that will be beneficiary to the community. So in a way, I would say I need their support. So with that, I believe I will be able to go a long way and be successful with what I'm doing.
All right. So His Royal Majesty Abimbola Owoade is calling for the support of Oyo people because he has plans in place for people, good plans. However, it can only be done with a community of supporters. Would like to say a big thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you
for
very
your
much.
presence, and thank you so much for answering our
Yeah,
questions.
it's nice meeting you too, and it's nice to be here. Thank